Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim. Today we are going to continue with the question 22. Last time we learned how to create the query and how to apply a specific criteria to the query. And you see here that we're reducing the number of the record of to 100 to 86. It was 476, now it's 86. That we call this reduce by the filter. Now we filter the query to being executed or transferred to being a report. So from this query I have to extract also. We see here, this is the yellow, the one with the yellow are the query question. This one with the green are the report questions. So let's see how we are going to create the report. So make sure you click on the query from here. Make sure you just click on the query to select it. So from this query I have to create my report. So from selecting the query, you have to go to create, and from report wizard here, click on report wizard. This is the area of the report. You can create label and report. So now I need the report, so click on report. Here you have the option of choosing from the tables or from the query. So I need the query. It's already been filtered and applied in specific criteria and format to it. So I need all of the queries, so I will move them all here and click on next. Here I don't have to do anything. This is the sorting. If I change the sort, it will be like this. So I need it to be look like exactly the examiner here. Do not forget here, the examiner said do not group the data. This one told you that you have to put the data exactly as the examiner give it to you in here. You say show only the fields: yacht name, builder name, types, links, price, build year, build country, sleeps, crew, and total birds. So you have to put them in this order to being applied. So this is show you how you can select this one. By default it will be ordered, so go next. Here also an area of sort. We're doing the sort already in the query, so we have to click on next. Here this is the area of sorting also, so skip this one, so because we do it by default. Here we don't have any sort because we do the sort in here, so you click on next. Here you have to always make sure that your uh, report is in the form of layout of tabular. So always the report is tabular. The report is tabular. For the orientation, you have to go back to your question paper and see here. You say has a page orientation of landscape. So I have to put the page orientation to landscape and click on next. Here I have to give the name of the header of my report. So the name of my header is right here. So the header is, yeah, less than 15 years old, so I have to just copy this header. I just select, you have to write it down in the exam, but I have to just copy it and paste it here as a header of my report. So when I click on finish, you're going to see this is your report. It's not organized in the view that we can see the data. We have three way to see. The uh, report. We can see it in the design view, and you can see it in the layout view. The layout view make you control the uh, fields by move them to the right, to the left, or also you can use the keyboard by just move them to the left by using the cases from here. Using these arrows, you can control the fields from the layout, and also you can just drag this one to the left here to make this data more visible. So this is the layout view. Also, we have the printer view. This is show us our final work. We can see the final work through the printer view, and we are going to know how to see that. So going to the datasheet view, you can see that we need to go to the layout view to make the sheet more visible. So here we have a hidden data over here, so we have to just minimize this, make sure there is no data invisible in here. So we can just drag this one a little bit to the left like this to maximize this area here to see all the field's name. Also for the motor, also we can just move the name to the left to be centered with its data. Also, you can press from the keyboard on the control button to select many objects and move them anywhere you wanna move, and also you can minimize and maximize them by selecting them. Also, I can move the links to the left here, and for the price, you can move them a little bit to the left. Also, their data, and for the heading here, the data is invisible. I have to show the data by minimizing this one, and from the keyboard click on control, keep pressing, and you can just move this to the left a little bit, and you can come again and maximize this one to give a space for the wheel gear like this, and to show the rest of its data. So for the sleeps and the crew field, you can control, also press the control button, keep pressing, select crew and sleeps, and move them a little bit to the left. So just highlight, control, select them, and move them a little bit to the left. And also we can select the crew and maximize the data and move it a little bit to the right. So this is your final view for your data. Is supposed to be like this. All the data must be visible. So this is how you can uh, reorganize the data. Also for the heading, you can move the heading here in the center, whatever you want, like this. So because the examiner mentioned it, include the heading yacht blah 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 as a title, displayed in a large font size at the top of the page. So it should display as a large font. To do this, we have to go to the design view. So go to design view and highlight, and you can do a lot of format by highlight and go to home, and from home you can make a central line, make it bold, and give a size of, for example, 626. You can maximize this. Now we highlight everything in the top of the paragraph, and going to the print preview, we can see this is the final work. All the data are visible and organize it in correct way. By going back to the design view, there is another question. He said fit in a single page wide. That's mean it can be more than one page. So if you go to the print preview again, you see here we have 3 pages. So it can be more than one page. Say it because he say fit in a single page wide, not a single page. If the examiner mentions single page, just like this one, let me show you. If I drag a little bit down, here we have another question of a report. Here he said uh, fit on a single page. That means it's supposed to be one page only. Here we have to make it only one page. Supposed to be only one page. So in here we have 3 pages, so we are going in the correct way of answering the question. He said uh, has your name, center number and candidate number in the footer of the report, so it's display on every page. So I have to put my name, center number and candidate number. To do this, you have to go to the design view. Here I have to label. This is the label of a page number, and this is the label of another thing like date. We can just highlight this one and drag it a little bit up, and this one we can drag it a little bit up using the same keys we used it before to move the fields. We can also minimize by just stay on this area and keep pressing with the mouse and drag them up. You can change this one to uh, label, so you can write something on it by click on right click from the mouse and click on change to and click on label. Now you can write down here wherever you want. Now I have to put my name, center number and candidate number here. My name, center number and candidate. So by go back to print review, you will see that your name, center number and candidate number are appear on every page. So you have to make sure you put them in the correct position. We have to put this in the page footer. We can also take a label from here and write down whatever we need. Say hi, hello. We can go to the print review. We will see here you have an empty text. You can write whatever you need on it. So in the design view, you have a lot of options in here in the report design options. So you can change this to page number and click on OK, and we can delete this, and you can choose like text box and write down here hi, and go to the print preview. You will see here you have an empty text again. So this is how you can uh, add your name, center number, and candidate number by changing one of the labels of the footer report footer and change them to the label and write down whatever you need in this label. So go back to print review and go back to the question paper. Here we have finished all the questions. The report question is 9 marks, so we have to take care of identifying which is the report question and which is the query question. So here we have the report here and query. So this is the report and query question. So this is for the report question. The next question, question 23, is the same question as the question 22 was, but we have here a different criteria and a different condition And also we have to fit the report on only one single page, and we have to add decimal place and links and make some calculation. This we will see it in the next video, inshallah. Thank you very much for seeing my video. This is Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim. Have a good time and bye bye.